It is often said that homeopathy cures evil with evil. This is both somewhat true, and somewhat false. Homeopathy uses a general law, which is beginning to be better known, and which affects all areas, including that of radioactivity, the homeremesis phenomena, which means that something does not have the same action, depending on the dose used. This great general law was discovered by a German doctor, more than 2 centuries ago, for pharmacology only, and bears the name of the law of similar. Language is information. Homeopathic medicines aim to inform our cells to change their behavior. Imagine someone you cherish telling you that they love you, never telling you, once a week, or 50 times a day. What is true for information is equally true for the laws of pharmacology. This is why Samuel Hahnemann called his law, discovered while he was working to translate a medical work on the properties of cinchona. This cinchona, which is still the basis of drugs intended to fight against malaria, and which we swallow when going on vacation, is capable of provoking in a healthy subject, apart from any malaria, a high and oscillating fever which resembles trait to trait in the fever of a real malaria attack. Any substance, which is administered to a healthy subject is capable of causing symptoms, is also capable of treating the same symptoms in a sick subject. Coffee is a very harmless drink. But drinking in excess and insensitive people can prevent sleep. All those who have lived this once know that we do not manage to close our eyes and that the brain spins incessantly, with images, thoughts, as in broad daylight, without however, causing any harm. Anguish. Coffee informs us on the alert, when it would be appropriate to sleep. Coffee is used in homeopathy under the name of coffea because it is always the Latin nomenclature which is used, convenient because it's international. Coffee is very effective for insomnia without anxiety, in which we are awake as in broad daylight. The strychnose nux-vomica is an Asian herb stuffed with strychnine. The nuts of this plant are therefore a violent poison that kills at a good dose, and which make sick at a medium dose, with vomiting, digestive burns, and the sensation of having swallowed a rock. Nux-vomica are homeopathic medicines, made from this nut, and which treat indigestion with the sensation of having swallowed a stone, burns, and acidity. Why do drugs cure instead of intoxication? Because they have undergone a transformation by the homeopathic dilutions, dynamization or potentisation, that we will see later. More recently discovered, this principle was not discovered by homeopaths, but by radioactivity scientists. Radon is this radioactive gas that escapes from the ground, and accumulates in houses and apartments, one of the reasons that must make our homes ventilate. This gas is carcinogenic, it causes bronchial cancer like tobacco. But it was discovered that people exposed to very low doses, contraries, are protected from this same type of cancer. When growing yeast, certain products are typical and prevent the growth of this yeast. But it has been observed that at very low doses, these same products stimulate growth. Homeopathy is therefore a particular application of this great law of hormesis. Scientists, the real ones, those who find, not those who seek, now view the world of very low doses differently. Where previously, we thought that the less there was substantial, less there were actions, we are now discovering a new world, that of ultra-dilutions, with its particular rules and physics.